In the history of American rock and roll, few bands captured the raw energy of live performance quite like the Geils Band, and at the heart of it all was guitarist John Warren Geils Jr., better known as J. Geils. His name became synonymous with gritty, blues-driven rock that evolved into chart-topping hits, and his career reflects both the excitement and the challenges of a life lived in music. Born on February 20th, 1946, in New York, J. Geils grew up with a fascination for jazz and blues, playing trumpet before finding his true voice on the guitar. His early passion for music would become the foundation for one of the most energetic rock bands of the 1970s and 1980s. J. Geils attended Worcester Polytechnic Institute in Massachusetts, where he originally studied mechanical engineering. But his love for music was too strong to ignore, and soon he formed a blues trio with Danny Klein and Magic Dick Salwitz. This group would eventually grow into the J. Geils Band with the addition of charismatic frontman Peter Wolf, drummer Stephen Joe Blad, and keyboardist Seth Justman. By 1967, the lineup was complete, and they began to develop a reputation for their explosive live shows. The J. Geils Band quickly made an impression with their self-titled debut in 1970, which showcased their deep roots in blues and R&B. Geils's guitar work was both tasteful and fiery, laying the foundation for songs that drew from American rhythm and blues traditions while keeping a rock edge. Their relentless touring made them one of the most reliable live acts of the decade, with performances that blended technical skill, soulful grooves, and pure rock and roll abandon. As the 1970s unfolded, the band refined their sound, balancing blues authenticity with rock radio appeal. Albums like Bloodshot, 1973, and Nightmares and Other Tales from the Vinyl Jungle, 1974, brought them critical recognition and a growing fan base. Geils himself wasn't the flamboyant frontman, but his steady, sharp guitar playing was the backbone of the band's music. He had an understated stage presence compared to Peter Wolf's manic energy, yet his precision and creativity gave the songs depth and staying power. The band's biggest commercial breakthrough came in the 1980s with Love Stinks, 1980, and especially Freeze Frame, 1981. The title track of Freeze Frame and their number one hit Centerfold turned the J. Geils Band into household names, bringing their blues-based rock into the MTV generation. While these pop-friendly hits represented a departure from their blues roots, they demonstrated the band's ability to adapt and thrive in a changing musical landscape. For J. Geils, it was proof that his guitar foundation could carry the band across styles and eras. By the mid-1980s, tensions within the band led to Peter Wolf's departure, and the J. Geils Band eventually disbanded in 1985. Geils turned his focus to other interests, including jazz guitar projects and his passion for cars. He became a respected collector and restorer of vintage sports cars, running a successful automotive restoration business in Massachusetts. This second career reflected the same meticulous attention to detail that made him a great guitarist. Though his name was on the band, J. Geils himself was often seen as the quiet force in the group, overshadowed by the larger-than-life personalities of his bandmates. Yet his role was indispensable. Without his vision and steady hand on the guitar, the band's unique blend of blues, rock, and pop wouldn't have existed. Fans who saw the J. Geils Band live remember not just the showmanship, but also the tight musicianship that held it all together, much of it anchored by Geils. J. Geils passed away on April 11, 2017, at the age of 71, leaving behind a legacy that remains firmly rooted in the soundtrack of American rock. His life was one of quiet brilliance, a man who let his guitar do the talking, who lived for the craft of music, and who helped build one of the most beloved bands of their era. His name continues to resonate because it stands for authenticity, innovation, and the joy of live performance. The J. Geils Band may have been known for their hits, but the life and talent of J. Geils himself is what made that success possible.